I'm sorry, Dennis Thurman, but who's really running this defense? Is there even a point to you even having the title of defensive coordinator, or is it Rex? Oh, I mean.
And welcome to yet another Buffalo Bills pregame show, the much-anticipated Super Bowl rematch between the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys this week. And this is the game that we all had circled on our calendars all year long. But first, the top story. The Bills are in complete free fall. What would be more interesting to you, talking about my fantasy playoffs or what has happened with the Bills?
I mean,
because I've got some thorough analysis. I'm the seventh out of 8 teams in scoring, but I am in second place because I have the fewest points against of all the teams. I'm playing incredible fantasy defense this year. So we can.
Well, I would be open to doing fantasy. I mean, I did just lose, sadly, so I am out of the playoffs. But I guess we'll just discuss the destruction of this Bills defense.
The Buffalo Bills defense? Is that where you're laying the blame?
I blame Rex Ryan. I blame Dennis Thurman. What? You have Mario calling you out. Mario's a pretty good pass rusher, right? He was top 5 past decade or something like that. You also have Marcell Dareus, one of the top 5 interior linemen. You have Preston Brown, who's a great young linebacker. He's under the age of 25. He's going to demand a lot of money when he comes to free agency. I mean, what else could we do? Stephon Gilmore's out. So he could always point back at these past 2 games and be like, hey, you need to pay me a little bit more because look what happened when I was gone. McKelvin, you did great for what you could do, but
I mean, he's also ravaged with injuries, big holes in the safety position, which is in Rex Ryan's scheme he's going to need so he can do the blitzes that he wants to. I mean, is it complete underutilization of the players that we have, or are there circumstances involved, or are you just laying all at Rex's door?
Okay, so when you bring up the safety position, when you have a great safety in Ed Reed, who's hands down probably a top 10 safety in the entire NFL for his whole career, I'm sorry, of course you're going to be able to get away with whatever you could get away with. That's like saying, oh, well, I'm a great linebacking coach, like his brother Rob, when he was with the Patriots from 2000 to 2003. Oh, he had Teddy Bruschi. Turned out he was a pretty good linebacker too, and that was the only linebacker he was able to produce. So, I mean, if you have great players in great positions that make your defense look great, of course that's going to happen. But when you don't have that, that's where you're supposed to, as a genius, pick up the slack.
Now, there's been shortcomings on the offensive side of the ball. You have to look at the quarterback play. Just looking over the length of the season, how do you think Tyrod would have compared had Kyle Orton still been the quarterback for the Bills?
Had Tyrod, given what he was given, the offensive line hasn't been great. It's been average. We weren't expecting great line play to begin with. I mean, Richie Incognito might be a Pro Bowl player, and he just got beat the past 2 weeks. And he came out of left field, though. He played great. According to the teammates, he was a great leader in the locker room. Great guy to be around. Wood, are you worth that money? I don't know. Cordy Glenn, same thing. Seantrel Henderson, I hope you're doing well with that Crohn's disease. That's a very scary thing. I hope you are okay. Jordan Mills, though, has really picked up the slack, though, given he's a rookie. He's only started in 2 games. What else can you say? John Miller, great young guard.
So the offensive line isn't to blame, is what you're saying?
I wouldn't blame
So you're saying
them.
do you think another quarterback could have done better with this offense than Tyrod Taylor is the question I'm asking?
I don't think so, because Tyrod won that game versus Tennessee all on his own. You saw what happened when we put another quarterback in like he did. What did he do? Versus Cincinnati and versus the Jaguars. By the way, great young and up-and-coming team. Congratulations, by the way. Blake Bortles, top 10. Good for you.
So looking over the season, we've faced two of the worst divisions in football, the NFC East, who we are about to get swept by when the Cowboys lay the smackdown on Sunday, and the AFC South that's going to be sending a team with a losing record to the playoffs. Things were set up to win for the Bills this season. Like, where did it go wrong?
It all went wrong week 2, where before week 2, we opened our mouths saying we want the best, and what happened? We got on. So, yeah, thank you, Tom Brady, for showing teams what exactly to do to Rex Ryan's defense. I mean, you've done that the past 6 years in the AFC East, so, I mean, you might as well keep it going. But if you do continue on with your career, congratulations. I hope you keep treading Rex Ryan, because Rex Ryan is a joke as a coach. But it happens. What do you want? Like, you have great talent, a top 5 defense, bring back Schwartz.
Well, I think Lone Star is really embracing the Schwartz right now.
So, focusing on the matchup this week against the Dallas Cowboys, we are facing a brand new quarterback. Just saw his first action ever in the league, Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore, yeah.
Ooh, big star. I'm sorry, Kellen. He'll forgive me
Boise
someday.
State.
Is this an upgrade over Matt Cassel, you think?
Well, for Showtime, absolutely not, because of the fact that we want to see Cassel versus Tyrod. Did we keep the right quarterback?
Right, the classic matchup.
But, I mean, Kellen Moore will throw the ball. He's not afraid to throw the ball more than 10 yards. You saw that. When he threw that interception, I don't know if you watched the game at all, but as a Cowboys fan, I guess you did. When he threw that interception against the Jets, I mean, it happened. Like, he had somebody go over his back. I don't think Matt Cassel would have done that. He would have laid there and took it. But, I mean, he threw it and it got picked off. It's okay. He throws the ball, and he's not afraid to.
Very good. So, what do you think the Bills have to do to win this game against the Cowboys? Even though, as any Bills fan will tell you, the best thing we can do for this franchise is to lose these next 2 games. Like, what do the Bills have to do to beat the Cowboys?
Can I say fire Rex Ryan?
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Terry, you could just eat the salary cap money. I mean, you just paid Marona head coaching for this year. I mean, what does it hurt another 4 years? I mean, might as well. I mean, he did what you wanted, I guess. Brought publicity, brought respectability, but it wasn't really respectable. It was more along the lines of a joke. He's a laughing stock of the NFL. You hear coaches go on tirades, and
so to win the Bills game this week, we need to fire our head coach in week 15.
I mean, good.
60. All right, and so are you picking the Bills to win, or even the Bills can't lose correctly?
Well, we do shoot ourselves in the foot enough with all the penalties and really just idiotic plays, like bringing EJ Manuel in to run a wildcat, but yet Tyrod's top 5 quarterback when in the right system. So it is what it is. Yeah, Des Bryant will show up. That's it. He'll go against McKelvin and McKelvin, but
What do you predict the score to be?
I'm gonna say 32-21.
Cowboys. All right. Well, I will continue with the Pegula tradition of tanking. They've got it in their system. They're looking at Eichel. Things are great. They can only continue. The same strategy's got to work in football too. So I'll pick the Cowboys to win as well, 28-17. We'll have one more Bills pregame before the season's over to wrap up. See what kind of devastation happens on the staff, on the players, and see where it goes from here. But until then, go Cowboys.
Hire Jim Schwartz.
Kellen Moore.